Hello and welcome to Quantum Heart Awakening. My name is Karen. I am a transpersonal educator, spiritual coach, and oracle. So today I've been itching to get into this twin flame reading. The last feminine masculine readings were intense and wonderful. So let's see where we go. I picked an overall reading card. So pride. We're going to look at pride. We're going to look through the lens of pride, taking pride in this work, right? Taking pride in our own evolution, right? Taking accountability and responsibility. And when we take pride in our work, in our, personal growth and transformation, we honor the work, right? We honor self, and it's a self-feeding cycle, right? It gifts back to us tenfold. So I'm just going to put this in the center. As always, I'm going to do the masculine on the left, feminines on the right, and the union energies down the center. Am I going to talk about this? Okay, I wasn't even going to bother, but in the unconscious for the overall message is adventure. Okay, very clear message here, people. It's a clear message, but I want to say it clearly. Where have you, I don't even have to ask the question because I am a twin flame and I understand how profound and intense and disorienting and disillusioning, is that a word? That's probably not a word, but it's really easy to forget to zoom out enough to understand that our soul in this human body is actually having the time of its life. This ride as a human through this path to illumination is the grandest adventure one can take, right? This path of enlightenment, to become enlightened, to illuminate self, and then eventually illuminate your community and the world around you. It's a really profound journey. So, it's really easy. I'm not saying this is intentional. People are pushing this concept away. It's just that the pain is usually so profound on this path. The self-awareness, the mirroring, the dismantling, right? It's so big, right? It takes up so much space. It keeps us incredibly busy, right? But yeah, we're all being asked to honor this entire journey as an adventure, right? It's only pain. At the end of the day, it's only pain, right? You could say this about joy. It's only joy. It's only grief. It's only sorrow. All of these things are temporary, even though sometimes our attachments trick us and give us, gift us the illusion that they're here forever or something. So this is kind of a really lovely invitation for us to kind of take a step back, try to access the bird's eye view of this twin flame path of inner and outer union and oneness, and really honor that it has been a grand adventure. Who you were 5 minutes ago is not who you are right now. Who you were 10 years ago is not who you are right now. And if you have gone a few rounds on this twin flame path, you hold profound wisdom that you're meant to share with your community, with your family, your friends, the world around you. Just a nice little invitation. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, masculines, what's going on for masculines? What did I do yesterday? I can't even remember. It was masculines. Let's see. These are a lot of cards. Nope, I'm going to reshuffle. That was too many cards. Settle in, folks. Settle in. I don't know why I'm feeling called to shuffle so much. I just am. Okay. Spirit, let's do masculines. Anything for masculines? What are the masculines working with? They got this yesterday, but actually it was in reverse yesterday. Okay, so let's see. Anything else for... Okay. All right. This is good. We have some uprights. Masculines are, kind of back to the drawing board energy. They're going back to discern, and with the wisdom that masculines have in this moment, they have a new access to this discernment. So they're just kind of reevaluating some things. And then we have this To the Sea card in reverse. You've heard me talk about this card many times. It continues to come up. And I shuffled a ton too. And we keep getting the same cards. Not an accident. So yeah, To the Sea card. If it was in the upright, that's my vision quest card. That's my, you're being called on a spiritual quest to go on a pilgrimage into the self, be alone with nature, but it's in reverse. So this could be a couple things. This could be that the masculines have completed a vision quest and now they're kind of in the integration phase of, source gifted them with a lot of wisdom or knowledge or information. And now they're trying to kind of put all the puzzle pieces together. So it's a beautiful little, very calm, much more calm than yesterday. Yesterday's masculine reading was pure chaos, right? There was a lot of chaos. I think that was the reading where my decks kept exploding. And man, I feel like I'm the youngest of a big family. And when your siblings, when your annoying siblings, they're shuffling a deck and they're like, you want to play 52 card pickup, and they launch the deck in your face. No, just me? Okay. That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, why am I being bullied right now? And my decks kept exploding, but that was the masculine energy. They were dealing with a lot of, dare I say, bombs going off. And this could be bombs of awareness, right? These like bursts of these landmines of awakening, right? And that's really intense. It's really intense when the system, the nervous system gets that much information. It's really easy to slip into cognitive dissonance and really kind of reject what's coming through. But masculines, you seem to have come through that storm of chaos in a really beautiful way. And now look at this Not For You card. I don't know if you could see, but I love this card. It's a chessboard and there's a hand holding it up. And when you think of the game of chess, it takes a lot of skill. It takes a lot of, thinking ahead and planning. People might plan 10 moves ahead or something. I'm not a chess player, so don't take my word for it. But, it takes a lot of strategy is the word I'm looking for. So there's a lot of grounded, this feels like masculines are very confident, right? They just were at sea in oneness, in the void, in void space, and consciousness with source. They had some experiences. They had some thoughts. They revisited maybe some pain, some joy, some bliss, some ecstasy, some sorrow, some grief. And they've kind of alchemized it into actual tangible truths. And now they're dropping into this alchemical process. Sorry, it's so funny when spirit stops my brain in mid-sentence and I have to deal with that. It's just a funny little human thing that I'm learning as I get deeper into this work. But yeah, masculines are in such a empowered seat, right? They're behind the wheel. They're taking control of all of these pieces and they're trusting self enough to create some safe space to actually just think. Sometimes there's a lot of feelings on this path. I'm going to say most of the time. And sometimes we just need to think. We just need to think things through, weigh things. And then as we're thinking, we can assess how the body is responding. What does this actually feel and look like? And, discernment is always a wonderful thing. You hear me talk about discernment in every freaking video. So once we are grounded in our intuition, we can wield our wise discernment in a way that serves us, right? That serves our joy, our bliss, our life purpose, our work, our families, our friends. It's a really beautiful thing. Okay, notice when I shuffle and I don't ask a question, nothing. I was shuffling that whole time. Let me focus. Feminines. Anything for feminine spirit. Anything for feminines. I don't want to take these. I shuffled like crazy. I'm going to just put these back in a weird order and see if they come out again. This deck is wild. I can shuffle and shuffle all different ways. Let's really do it. We're really doing it. And I normally don't do that on camera because I feel bad for you guys to wait for that whole process of shuffling. Too many. Okay, Spirit, can you be more precise, please? Anything for the feminines? What do they need to know? What do they need to know? What would support them on this journey right now? What blocks are they confronting? Flexible. Beautiful. Okay. Anything else? Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. The fates. Okay. Really great. Anything else? I feel a sigh of relief. Man, you guys, what has happened in the last day that the energy has shifted for you both so much? Okay, let's see. Okay, feminines are in this sacred, deep surrender. They understand that human chaos is divine order, and they're sinking back into that truth, right? They're sinking back into that throne of truth, allowing their throne to comfort them. Look at this beautiful little fairy lady. Look at her expression. She looks like she's really juiced up and really enjoying her body, her skin, her glowing. She has all these stars around here. It's like sinking back into destiny. Quite literally, the card is called the Fates. But there's a deep trust in surrendering feminine will to divine will. There's something so comforting about letting the divine take the wheel. Surrendering to that level, and not verbal, academic, intellectual surrendering, but true embodied letting go of the wheel and like falling backwards off the cliff. There's that great, I think it's a Terence McKenna quote that's like, what all the shamans and gurus and all these spiritual mentors knew was that when you leap off the cliff or leap into the abyss, only to realize it's a feather bed. I botched that quote, but that's the meat and potatoes of that quote. And it's just that you have all this fear and all this contraction over leaping off the cliff, only to realize you're landing in a feather bed, that the quantum field is holding you, that you're in this unity consciousness. And as long as you're staying true to that authentic path, then you will be held. I'm getting full body chills right now. That you will be held, and allowing this truth to permeate the body, to run through your chakras, I'm picturing this beautiful image of a body getting coated with this like divine substance known as grace, right? This divine substance just dripping over the body, and almost like a sensual experience of surrender. And all the surrender allows us to be more flexible with what shows up in our lives. Okay, that was a really delicious, juicy message. And we also have these two reversals here. We have imagine and no place like home in reverse. Okay, I'm getting like 3 or 4 messages off of this. Bear with me while I sift through them. Okay, for a group of feminines, there's a message here that your guides, your angels, your spirit crew, your ancestors are open, ready, and willing to support you in gifting you what you desire, what's an authentic, true desire, a desire that's in alignment with your soul mission and soul purpose, and just what feels good to you, and yet you're not imagining it. So feminines, you're being called to actually, masculines, I don't mean to compare the past, but masculines are carving out some sacred space to think about all this stuff. And while feminines, this sacred surrender is absolutely stunning, you are allowed to have some preferences. So I'm going to invite the feminines to really allow yourself to imagine your dream home energy. Now, this could be a physical, tangible home, what your actual physical house would look like and what your family would feel like, or it could be this home energy of how you want to feel in your body, in your heart, in your mind. I just had another message and I lost it. Bear with me. Okay, yeah, here, let's have some empathy and compassion. It's very understandable, feminines. that you have been hurt, let down, or had your boundaries crossed enough that it's made you lose faith in holding an image or having a goal or having a hope for something specific. Let's honor all of that pain that got you to this moment. Let us take stock of all of those times where you felt kind of a little victimized. Let's just call it what it is. Let's honor all those moments, because at those times, in those moments, you really felt like a victim, and that's okay, right? There's a time and a place for our victimhood, and it more often than not is painful, and it's so painful that it gets us to evaluate our own role in our victimization, right? We can't blame everything on ourselves, but there is an empowered action here. There is an empowered accountability. What did you learn from that experience? Is there something about yourself that was attracted to that experience that maybe was not the healthiest, or that was really scary or inappropriate or something, and you're being called to a higher accountability? So let's honor all those times that all of that crap has happened. It's real. It takes up real energetic space in our bodies, hearts, and minds. And when you're ready, feminines, it's time to release it and imagine a different future for yourself, or a different present, right? Imagine your dream way of existing in the world. I'll give you an example. My dream way of existing in the world is that my high sensitivity will not be judged or chastised or considered a weakness. That I dream of a world where, I'm getting emotional. Yeah. I dream of a world where we can all access this level of consciousness, that we all have tolerance and open-heartedness in meeting someone where they're at, which might be very different from where we're at. So that's like, I imagine that for the world, and I hold that for humanity, right? If it's in one, it's in the all. So it's just a matter of time until we get there. Maybe it'll be in my lifetime, and maybe it won't. Wow, that one really got me. Yeah, I just happened to look down, feminines, and in the unconscious position, there's this mending card. It's time to take stock and really, like, I'm picturing literally you sewing up these cracks in your own heart, to really mend these bridges that have been broken or have been dismantled. Oh, I gotta rub all the tears out of my eyes. That was really beautiful. So what do you imagine for yourself, for your family, feminines, for the world? You have to understand that this entire path is bringing you back to your own power. Part of that is recognizing how much power you have. And then the second part of that is actually wielding all of that sacred power in a way that's in alignment with what your soul came here to do. No one can tell you that. No one can discern that for you. It's up to you, right? You get to wield your sovereignty in a way that feels good for your spirit. No one else can identify that, because no one knows what your mission is. You might not even know what it is, right? This is what humanity is for us to discover these things and, learn these lessons so that we can share all of this knowledge and wisdom and transmute these energies for the collective, with the collective, and within the collective. Okay. Wow. We went on a journey, and these are just primary cards. Where should we go next? All right, let's get some of these. It's so funny. Some of these readings, sometimes the readings are more of a dialogue with the energies and with spirit, where spirit's literally telling you guys stuff. And other times it's a path of inquiry, which I like better because I think it more accurately mirrors our own path of illumination, right? It's a path of questions. We ask another question. There's that great line about, the great seekers know the right questions to ask. And if you're walking this path properly, you don't get more answers, you get more questions. So that's so deeply valuable on this path. Okay, masculines. Interesting. Okay, we have beauty and psychic abilities in reverse. Anything? Okay, then more. I guess we do have more. What does this say? Career in reverse and ooh, masculines. Okay. I didn't think this was going to be so loaded. I thought these were going to be some light and fluffy. Okay, let me get all the cards. No, I'm going to talk. It's taking up so much space in my chest right now. Okay, masculines got beauty, psychic abilities, commitment, and career all in reverse. There is so much to say here. Okay, first message, masculines, you're being invited to honor the beauty of how you operate in this world. By honoring the beauty of how you're navigating this path, it will support your psychic abilities from coming online. Another message here. Hold on, I need some water. Another message here is like, listen, masculines, if you don't value your psychic abilities, no one else will. You have, hold on, let me take a sip. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Oh, masculines. All right, let's sink in. Masculines have this entire time have been more sensitive than they've ever allowed themselves to be out in the world, out in public. Masculines wouldn't be your divine masculine if they didn't have a sensitivity on this path, if they didn't have an incredibly strong intuition, if they didn't have these gifts, right? You're not the only ones, feminines, with the fancy psychic gifts, right? Let's just honor that. However, it hasn't been culturally, or maybe it hasn't been as widely accepted for masculines to be out in the world and to really stake their claim on their own gifts. Another message here is that the masculines haven't dared make a career out of their psychic abilities. I mean, I worked in a hospital for 15 years. I had a very corporate clinical job, and here I am reading oracle cards on YouTube. I never thought I would be doing this, but I am making a career out of, my psychic gifts. And it's just really interesting, masculines. This might be the next leg of your journey, masculines. This might be, what are you going to have to confront within self in order to bridge this gap, in order to actually be brave enough and daring enough to step out in the light and share these gifts. There's so many messages in these 4 cards here. Okay, another another narrative for the masculines is that masculines, it's kind of a known vibration that commitment has been pretty terrifying for most masculines. Now, whether that's commitment to a partner, to a life path, to a career, to the inner work, it's less about the kind of, let's not project the narrative of commitment within intimate relationships. Yes, that's there. I have to name it. But really, masculines, this is more about you and your own relationship with commitment in the world. Has it been very hard for you to really invest in long-term thinking, in long-term planning? Do you tend to lean towards more short-term vision instead of long-term vision? You're being really asked to offer an olive branch to these pieces of self that are in fear. I could do a whole reading on these 4 cards, but I want to make sure we get the feminines. Okay, healing. That goes along with our mending card. Healing in reverse. Anything else for feminines? Anything else for feminines? I'm going to take all these. Let's see. Healing. Blessings. Beautiful. Beautiful. Freedom. Courage. And passion. We have a lot of reversals, feminines. Okay. What's in the unconscious? Because I need to know that right now. Peace. In reverse. Okay, false shadows. When I see a double reversal, for me that's like a false shadow, so it's like a double negative. So um yeah, feminines, what you think would bring you peace is not going to bring you peace. There's something that you're not accessing. You're being called to have gratitude for the blessings that you do have, and really release yourself from any sort of mental cages that you've kept yourself in, right? We have this freedom card in reverse. Bring profound gratitude to how far you've come. Honor the healing that has transpired over the course of this journey. Um, yeah. Drop in, feminines. Really honor how far you've come. We have courage and passion in reverse as well. Isn't it interesting, the succession of these cards? Passion, courage, healing. Yeah. I mean, you're being called to quite literally stoke the embers of your passion. What is that? Or what is blocking your passion, feminines? Can you name that? For me right now, what's blocking my passions is my body. I've been having a lot of weird body things, health issues, dizziness. I've had tons of back pain. I just did a yoga series that was this morning for low back and hip stuff, and it really opened me up, and I still have all this pain. So when I have pain, and feminines, this might be a message for you. If you have any active pain, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, honor that will dim your flame, mainly because you don't have enough energetic currency to invest in all these different places. When we have active pain, it does require a certain amount of energetic currency to confront it and to deal with it. Now, can you make a different choice? Can you make a choice to actually gift yourself exactly what you need in the moment that you need it? Is there something that you can do to heal? I did yoga. I'm going to hydrate extra today. I'm going to go on a long walk, even though it's raining. I know these things make me feel good, make my back feel better. So feminines, you're being called to actually drop in and gift yourself exactly what you need, to be courageous by taking accountability for your own truth, for your own lives. You are worthy to live a life of a fulfilling, soul-aligned life of passion. You are worthy to receive all of this healing, and you're worthy to receive what's on the other side of this healing, right? It's like we're so used to healing something on this path, right? We're more than we have more than enough work to keep us busy for a lifetime. But have you stopped? And this is a message for everybody, feminines and masculines. Have you stopped to think and imagine, what does life look like on the other side of healing? Can you even reach what that is? If not, that's fine. But if you can, it might be time to actually start calling in these new ways of reality, this new way of living. Remember that with each rotation we start operating at a different frequency, and we start pulling in people who are operating at that new frequency, new people, new beloveds, new creative partners, new, right? Everything gets to be new. And so with that becomes new challenges, you're confronting new things within self, new things to overcome, right? There's all this beauty and all this abundance on the other side of healing. So you're being asked, feminines, to be daring, to confront and stoke the embers of your passion. Okay, I can't believe I haven't even gotten this deep, and we're already a half hour in. Let's see. Where do we want to go? Let's get some inner child healing for everybody. Anything for masculines? Anything for masculines? What do masculines need to know? We have, you are enough. You do not have to give more. Okay, this is very direct message, masculines. You are enough. You do not have to give more to everyone else. This may be a time for you to actually pause, and you're already taking the correct steps, the aligned steps of actually taking sacred space to think about your life, to think about what you've moved through, what you've confronted, what you've overcome. You're wielding discernment. Part of that discernment is understanding when it's time, when I've met my limit, And when it's time to pull back your resources from all people, places, and things and actually gift them to yourself. Okay. Anything else for feminines? We have let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel it. Yeah, I mean, feminines, this is what are you suppressing? What are you pushing into the shadows? I understand how hard it is to actually feel the pain. Like the first many years of my journey, it was just me being in the trenches. It was like dark night of the soul after dark night of the soul, grief, sorrow, drowning in my own victimhood. Like sometimes there's no way out. We have to go through it. So if you're utilizing your energy, feminines, to hold it back, it's time to put it down and just let it come forth, right? Let it flow in. It'll gift you with awareness. You have more than enough skills and tools to vibrate these denser energies, but give yourself the permission to feel it. Give yourself the, have faith in yourself that you are not who you were, that you will survive if you allow yourself to feel it. Okay, and one for union energies. We have accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. Yes. Anything else? Let's get another one for union. Anything else for union energies? Okay, people. It says connect to eternity within. Let yourself be held by love, right? That's the whole point of this path, is to honor and recognize that there is nowhere to go. There's nowhere to get. There's nowhere else to be except in your humanity, right? Let yourself be held by this loving awareness. I am going to invite all of us to put a timer on your phone, set it for 5 minutes. If that's too daunting, set it for 3 or 2 or 1 or 30 seconds. Set an alarm on your phone to allow yourself to be held by love, to just hold the intention of I'm going to sit and open myself up to this loving awareness. That's it. Nothing else to do, nothing else to accomplish, and allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to sit in the glory of that profound love, to be held by the quantum field, to be held by this unity consciousness. Beautiful. Is that where we want to end? I have to say it. So in the unconscious, we have pull yourself close. Every part of your being is deserving of love. Beautiful. I'm going to end it there. I'm sending you all so much love. I hope this was supportive, and I will deliciously see you in the next one.